Hello, good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, featuring this week, as last week, Oxygen Not Included, where I will be trying very hard, to not kill any dupes. And to get some major construction projects done, because that's something that I set up last week and then didn't have time to complete before the stream ended. So, that's mostly what's going on tonight. And I will be picking up immediately with trying to figure out what's going wrong, because when I loaded in my save file, the first things that I saw were warnings about flooding and a toilet being out of order. So that's a bit of a surprise. So what about this toilet out of order? These duplicants want to use an outhouse or lavatory that is out of order. Steve is using a toilet. I don't understand. Alright, what about the flooding then? Yeah, I can see where that would be an issue. I need to use more water. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but I think probably the best thing to do is to set it so that if this tank goes below a certain level, it will start pulling water for this tank from over here. That's the first thing that springs to my mind. So, is this small enough to fiddle yet? It is not. Well, that's too bad. All right. I want a pump. I'm going to build it out of copper. And where do I hook it in? That gets hooked in there. How that gets hooked in there, I'm not sure yet, but that's where it gets hooked in. Let's see. The best way seems to be being positively ridiculous. But if I come down this way and down through here, yeah, and then straight across. Liquid bridge, make sure it's pointing the right way. Like so. And apparently down a step. And another liquid bridge, make sure it's pointing the right way. And in there. and across here, and down, and I'm not actually going to connect that yet. Because let's check the automation. Alright, I'm gonna need an AND gate. I'm going to need a NOT gate and an AND gate. First, liquid element sensor. Which I am going to put here. And a NOT gate. Where's my NOT gate? And a NOT gate. That I guess I might as well put here. And an AND gate. Which I feel like I might as well put here. How can I rotate that until it's useful? That'll do. Okay. And where's my wire? Okay. This wires into the NOT gate, and then NOT gate wires into here, and this wire wires into here, and this wire goes over here, and there's a bridge right here. Whoop! And the automation wire goes in here, and this goes down here and into this one. Okay, and now only when it has a green signal from both the NOT gate and this NOT gate, this pump will turn on. And wait. And this pump, yes. No, wait, that's wrong. That's wrong. Now, I do want that, but I also want an AND gate for that. So where can I put that AND gate? Actually, cancel this as well, just for the moment. Alright, back to the automation menu. Where's my AND gate? Going to put this AND gate here. Okay, I'm very slowly thinking aloud here. That's the thing that's going on. Alright, and the signal, green signal from that hydro sensor. And okay. And another wire bridge here. This is just going to be a big mess. And this signal from here. And this signal from here. And that one from there. And this piece deconstructed. Okay, yes, that's the plan. That is the plan. And down here, what we'll do is just dig to here. And that should take care of all of that. Should. Okay, priorities. I'm going to put this one at a 7. This lot of things. I hate having put those boxes at 7, but what am I gonna do? Whoops. Okay, things are happening at 7 now. I'm gonna have to set a whole bunch of stuff back to 5 later. That's 5, and all of those are 5s. And that's 5, and 5, and not 5, and... Okay, there we go. There we go. I wonder if I should set this higher than 7. Let's go up to the other project. I'm working on capturing this natural gas, but there's an order to things. I think I need to take care of the water. Okay, this is all set to 7, so all this pumping stuff that I'm doing down here, I'm going to set to 8. So they'll do that first. Like that. Okay. Everybody get on that. I'm really not sure about the whole toilet out of order thing. Yeah, food is constantly decaying because I have more food than what fits in the fridges. It's basically, there's no storage for all of this stuff, so it just rots, unfortunately. But that's good because my puffs continue to be fed. How odd that there's a pocket of oxygen in my mushroom farm. When did that happen? Alright. And my slicksters are looking good. Except for this one, which is loose in the base. Because as I found out, you cannot actually carry flying critters through a checkpoint, a suit checkpoint. Bear this in mind. Terrestrial critters, you can absolutely carry them through a checkpoint. People, the dupes just put them down, put on the suit, and then pick them back up again. But flying things, they can't just pick back up again. So, since slicksters count as flying, this little dude is loose in my base, despite the fact that I was trying to release him in here. This is a problem that will be fixed, eventually. Eventually this little guy will lay an egg, and they will the dupes will carry the egg over to this hatchery here to hatch, and well, this slickster here will eventually die of old age, and that will take care of the problem. But until then, it's regular mopping up of crude oil. Because this is my dupe's life now. But just because of the way that I have this whole area set up, there's enough carbon dioxide here to keep the one slickster perfectly happy. So I'm trying not to think too hard about it. And speaking of keeping the slicksters happy with carbon dioxide, I'm just going to turn on this pump so that they get a bit more. Power is not an issue around here these days. But I need extra power to jumpstart my oxygen, my self-powering oxygen machine down here. But it needs power for a jumpstart, and it's going to be running all the various pumps around here. So I need extra power in order to jumpstart all that effectively, which is why construction over here has paused while I work on getting my hands on the natural gas up here. Way up here, I am working on capturing this natural gas area. Hopefully without losing all of my air to the outside. There is some vacuum up here for some reason. I suspect I might be close to the surface, but it's hard to tell. It might just be a pocket of vacuum, but I'm not taking any chances. I've put in an airlock just in case. If all of this polluted air gets vented out into space, I'm okay with that. But there's some non-polluted, very breathable air all over the place down here, and I'd rather not lose that to outer space, so... Oh yeah, they're getting things constructed nice and fast here. That's the nice thing about the automation stuff. It is constructed quite quickly. Oh, and I see we have the pipes in. And soon we'll have the pump in. And I didn't plug in the pump. I knew I forgot something. Alright. We're just gonna use the same wire as the other pump because I live dangerously. Why is there a chunk of salt there? I'm just not gonna think too hard about it, I think. Oh wait, I thought. Ah! But yeah, that's a chunk of salt from down in here, I guess. I cleared a bunch of salt out of here so that when I do uncover this particular steam vent, I won't end up with salt water, because I already have enough salt water to deal with down here. There is so much salt water to deal with down here. But yes, the plan is to run the waters from the various vents and things through past these wheezeworts and all, so that it will get cooled before pumping it into where into here, where I will be producing my oxygen eventually. But that is something for the future. Because priority 8 on that wire, guys. And actually, since they built all the stuff through here, let's put the boxes back at 5. There we go. Okay, once they've got that wire connected, I can finish running the pipe. Alright, copper ore is being... Okay, there we go. And this pipe connects to here. On a priority 8, please, folks. Oh, and let's just put that thing back at 5. There we go. Okay, so far things are working as they should, except that that pipe is not connected. That's a bit of a problem. But well, that and the usual overloaded circuit issues that I've been having. I am so close to having a balanced system, but it's just so ever so slightly out of whack, and it's terrible. I'm just running slightly too much power through these, and the problem is that I can't figure out how to chop it up into new circuits. I have room for another transformer. I'm just at a slight bit of a loss how to rewire my circuitry so that I stop getting these little overloads. It's already a spaghetti nightmare of wiring in here, and putting in another circuit set is just going to make it worse. Probably it wouldn't be as bad if I could just turn off most of the oxygenators. Like, if I could turn off most of the oxygen diffusers here, that would reduce the load on the circuits so much. but I need to get my machine jump started for that. Oh no! I'm running out of carbon dioxide to feed the slicksters. This is bad. This is very unfortunate. See, this is why I want to stop the circuits from overloading. Why are you breaking? You're overheating. Of course you are. Why doesn't anything just work in this game? And now there's polluted water in the oxygen thing, and I always compound my problems. I never fix my problems, I just compound them. And honestly, I have designed this area incorrectly now that I look at it. Alright. Deconstruct... No, wait. Cancel that. Delay that order. I don't remember what's back there, so... Yes, insulated tile. Deconstruct specifically that tile. And yeah, deconstruct the door. I did not construct this room with flooding in mind. That's the problem. And deconstruct that and deconstruct that. See, the idea is to make it like this room, sort of, so that we don't have the polluted water just sort of dribbling into the base like that. So, priority 8 on that. It's time for some rebuilding. And some mopping. Always mopping. Mopping, always mopping. Constant and unending mopping. Speaking of which, there's still one piece of pipe here. I would also like that deconstructed at some point. I can't believe I'm running out of carbon dioxide. What is this? This slickster is fine. He's still got plenty of carbon dioxide. These ones I'm starting to get worried. Still got a fairly thick amount down here, but they can't actually reach that. Okay, they've deconstructed the stuff. Let's reconstruct it properly. With a block there, and an airlock there, and there we go. And priority 8 on the containing the water issue, please. Andale, andale. Faster! Actually, you know what? I want that priority 9. Alright, they're delivering the rock. Good. Good, good, good. And there we go. That should take care of the water problem. I'm just gonna make sure that all the mopping is... Yeah, there we go. Excellent. There we go. Okay. Continuing to have plenty of power. There's enough power. The circuits are overloaded. Ah, here we go. And more mopping. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's going to be a problem at some point. Oh, I did not expect that water to go up. I expected it to go down. This is terrible. Oh, it's in the crude oil now. That's gonna break something when I get around to processing that crude oil, which is not yet, because I don't have enough yet. At least they mopped up the majority of it, but there's still a bit on top of the crude oil there. That is... I just realized that I forgot to set this to a liquid. Where are we? Polluted water. Okay, so let's just check the ventilation. Yes, oxygen is still flowing. Oxygen continues to be sent to the suits. Going to be a constant process because they are constantly using these suits and these suits right now, and the pipes going to the suits above are just so long that they are never going to fill. They are never ever going to fill. But in any case, it's working as intended. Let's check things out with this. Duplicant skills. Ren! Ren can learn things. What will Ren learn? Ren is going to learn ranching. Ren is going to learn ranching so that he can help, because currently I only have one rancher who is running all over the place. Let's take a little pressure off of him by having, a second one. And available blueprints. Let's see, we have 2 ugly criers and a destructive person. Setting aside the destructive one, let's see. We have a Lindsay who likes suit wearing, researching, and supplying, who is uncultured, so gets a better decor morale bonus, but cannot do cooking errands. Okay. And we have a Max who is interested in farming and decorating, has increased medicine but increased bladder, and I don't really want any of these. Like, I am keeping my stress low at the moment, but I have been avoiding getting anybody destructive. I had a base where I had destructive people, and I had a tip-over event, and everybody got super stressed out, and then the destructive people started destroying stuff, and then the others kept getting stressed out because the stuff was destroyed, and it was an unending circle. So, sandstone. Sandstone it is. I hate seeing that polluted water there. Unfortunately, it's going to take care of itself. Whoa. My main problem is that I've accidentally gotten just little bits of polluted water everywhere in my systems. So my sinks keep breaking down because they keep getting polluted water. My showers keep breaking down because they keep getting polluted water. And now my oxygenators, which are supplying my suits, are going to be breaking down because they're getting polluted water. And honestly, it's all very... I mean, I brought this on myself. The polluted water in my clean water tank is 100% entirely my fault, but I still feel bad. So, that's basically where that's at. And I'm just going to be keeping... I'm just going to be trying to keep a constant level of polluted water in this tank to keep my puffs fed. Because the nice thing about puffs is that they don't take any care or love or any of those sort of things. They just suck in polluted air and poop out slime forever. And I can process slime into more polluted water to feed the puffs, and algae, which I use to breathe. So I'm not exactly puffed ranching here, but I am taking advantage of the system. As far as I'm concerned, a few puffs and a pool of polluted water equals endless oxygen for me. You know, if I set it up right. And if that counts as ranching, so be it. Okay, so I mostly have the base running to my satisfaction here. I'm going to turn off this pump while I'm not looking at things. I will set up a mop for that crude oil. And let's go check on how capturing Okay, they are definitely making progress up here. And it feels a little ridiculous to not dig out that one little square, so let's do that as well, eventually. The idea here is the same as I usually do for capturing things. Why are you digging that out? What priority is that? That's priority 1. Why are you digging that? Oh, lordy. Okay, okay. Priority 9 on getting a door in there, please. Don't make me make it an emergency, guys. I am losing natural gas here. Ark, hello! Welcome back! Oh, I've missed you, Ark. And my new sound effect. Thank you so much. Oh, things have been going well. Things have been going well. I've only lost one dupe, in oxygen not included. Good evening to you too, Green. I've been playing Oxygen Not Included through November and now into December. And I've only lost one of my little people in my most current playthrough. Yeah, this particular game, it's sort of a construction and management game. At the moment, I'm attempting to capture this source of natural gas here so that I can use it for power. And I have not been paying enough attention, apparently. That's my own fault. Let's see, let's priority 7 that particular block. We'll run priority 7 on these sections here. Oh, it's really a thinking game. It's all about what order you do things in and what you're doing. It's like, I had been working on what I keep calling my self-powering oxygen machine, but I realized that I can't jumpstart it in the way that I have my previous builds of the design, so I'm going to need extra power for my base in order to jumpstart the oxygen making machine, which means I need this natural gas for the extra power, because I am building this machine down here, this set of everything right here that's in the middle of the screen here. This will turn into a machine that will take in water and produce oxygen and will not need any outside power source to do so at all. People do some very interesting things in this game, definitely. This self-powering oxygen machine was not my idea. Someone else came up with the idea. I have heard it attributed to a player who goes by the name of Sanchez, I believe it was. But the design that I saw, I did not like. It was very everywhere. It was very higgledy-piggledy. So I went and redesigned it into something that felt more, both more compact and more understandable or reasonable. Like the build that I originally saw didn't have any gas filters in it at all, whereas my version has 3. Just to separate out the gases and make sure that I don't fill my base with hydrogen. Because that's the thing, is that these machines right here take water and separate it into oxygen and hydrogen. And a lot of people install these machines in their base and end up with a base that is half filled with oxygen, sorry, 2/3 filled with oxygen and 1/3 filled with hydrogen. And I don't want to be pumping hydrogen into my base. I'm already releasing enough hydrogen in there by accident. So I created a system whereby I would be able to separate the oxygen and the hydrogen gets pumped directly into these hydrogen generators, which will then provide all of the power for everything that you see in here, plus the pumps that are getting the water for the whole system. But you need power to jumpstart this system. So I happened across this this is my second natural gas vent, and I am working on capturing that vent for my use now. That's the plan. So that's what I've been working on, along with various other things. Like, this is all outside. This is my actual base. Like, these are the bedrooms for everybody. They've got their showers. They've got their bathrooms. They've got 2 mess halls because I couldn't make enough room for one. They've got these nice little massage chambers down here for when they get stressed out. I am ranching these creatures called hatches down here because you feed them rock and they poop coal, which I then use to power my coal generators. As I've got 2 coal generators, 2 natural gas generators, and a hydrogen generator here. And the hydrogen generator is because I have this whole setup here, which is full of water for some reason. Why is it full of water? Okay, fix that problem. And these are providing, this whole setup here is providing air for my various space suits so that my dupes can breathe when they go elsewhere. I've got a mushroom farm and a mealwood farm going on here. I'm ranching these little critters called slicksters here because you feed them carbon dioxide and they poop crude oil. And eventually I will be able to turn that into plastic once I've built the right machines. And I've got these puffs here that I have turned to my uses. And why is there carbon dioxide everywhere? Where did all this carbon dioxide come from? That's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be dropping out the bottom of the base. Yes. Well, they're not really slimes, I have to admit. Like, if I unpause and they actually move, you see, they fly. They're more like crude oil producing living balloons. Honestly, I don't understand it. And I have this one that is loose inside my base because of the game. But that all is what I've been... This is my hospital right here. 2 medical beds, a toilet, a sink, a mess table. And yeah, basically the main thing, what do we have here? We have a Pacu that is living in a drop of water. That is hilarious. And it's overcrowded. It's overcrowded in its drop of water. This is a fish. This is a fish that is living in a drop of water here. It's alive. But not for long. Somebody will take care of that at some point. It will be meat. And then my dupes will eat it. But yes, that's the main, this is the main construction project going on here right now. That fish is a big survivor, but it is not going to survive a construction gun. Or possibly a digging gun. It's hard to tell when they get attacked. Actually, you know what? Let's not kill the fish. Let's not kill the fish. Let's actually release it instead. Because that will actually be faster. My dupes take forever to get to kill errands. We'll just dig all that out, and it will just drop straight down into this pool, and then we'll have a friend. Oh no, I don't keep the fish as pets. The problem is the fish eat. They eat and eat and eat and eat. And they eat algae, which I am currently using, as I said, to make oxygen. So, no, I don't keep the fish as pets. I do keep the fish around because they are a source of food. I have this I have food down here forever, and they're wild, so I don't have to feed them. These are wild fish, so I never have to feed them, but it's a source of endless meat. The thing is, in this game, if an animal is wild, it can never starve to death. It can get killed in other ways, but it can never starve to death. But as soon as you tame the animal, it can absolutely starve to death. I am not keeping a pet pacu named Menchie. And I'm not keeping these things as pets ever either. They're just dangerous. These are poke shells. They are vaguely useful in some ways, but in most ways they're very annoying because if they have an egg anywhere near them, they will attack any dupe that comes within arm's reach, and their arm's reach is very large. Their molts are useful in that you can crush them up and turn them into materials for a couple of things. But it's just not worth getting your dupes attacked, in my opinion. It's just not worth it at all. So, why do I have all this carbon dioxide in my... Well, I've still got plenty of polluted air to feed the puffs, so I'm just not going to think about it too hard. That's my decision. Okay, back to supervising the dupes. What I do, not everyone does this, but what I do when I want to capture a resource is I build a box around it, and then I set to actually capturing it. I just find that that's more convenient later on. As the box defines where everything is supposed to be. And... yeah, the dupes have actually completed the portion that is open to this, so I'm actually going to start working on the capturing part early. What I want is a ladder that goes like this. And I want a gas element sensor right here. And I want a gas pump, I guess here. And an automation wire that runs from there to there. Okay, now for the fun part. I need to run a pipe I'm going to run a pipe all the way down. Wait a minute. Nope, that's too far down. That's too far down. Right. Yes, okay. And then the pipe runs over this way. And goes down. Down, 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 down. Across. Okay, now where was my... Okay, that's my natural gas pipe. I want to meet up with that pipe right there. So... Oh yeah. This particular natural gas thing is rather far away. There. And now that I am on this side, I want to run a wire. Oh boy. I want to run a very tricky wire, apparently. Because I want to have it on this blue circuit here. 5 to 7 months. The dupes actually work faster than that, but yeah. Yeah, I want it on that blue wire, not on the yellow wire, so a bridge there, and run the wire across here, and across here, and then we just, whoop, follow the pipe back. Follow the pipe back. Going up. And up and up. Okay. And up and up and up. And in it goes. There we go. That's the setup that I want. And then priority 7 on the lot of it. Hey, game. Hello, game. Why do you do this to me, game? Okay. Priority 7. This is part of the planning process as well. It's also what number priority to give it. The higher the number, the sooner they'll get to it. You building didn't build. Yeah. Well, for the most part, they really like building things. They actually get stressed out when they have nothing to do. Okay, there we go. Now it's all 7. But yes. If you see this little brain up here, this is how much stress each of the people have. And they get stressed out if they don't have enough work to do, and they get stressed out if they have too much work to do. So that is the balancing act. What Green said earlier about this game being sort of like porn for micromanagers is not all that far off the mark, honestly. Made a mess? Who? Where's? Oh my god. See, this is what I have to watch out for, is the dupes get themselves trapped in stupid places. Look at this, they can't get out. They're stuck here. And they're losing all my salt water. Now, I don't really need the salt water that badly, but thankfully this looks like it is easy to fix, although I am concerned about the poke shells being down there. But yes, we're going to dig that out on a priority. Oh my god, what are you doing? And they are free! Okay, I'm just gonna pause and see if they're going to cause any more problems for themselves. If there's any salt around here, that is going to dissolve with all this water. Granite, sedimentary rock, sand, rock, granite, sedimentary rock, fossil. Oh, I'll be taking those, thank you. Fossil, rock, 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 more fossil. I am taking all of that fossil, thank you. And put a tile in here. Going to put the higher priority on this so that I stop losing water. And they should hopefully not be causing themselves too many more problems. Because I don't see anything here that's going to dissolve. I am concerned about the poke shells, but I don't know if they can jump this high. So you know what? Tile here, tile here. Put a priority on that of 6. And hopefully that'll seal those poke shells right in there. Man, it's a good thing this tank is so full of water because I have lost a lot of progress here. But yeah, that's the reason why I have to keep such a close eye on my little people, because they will kill themselves trying to do what I asked of them. Fossils can be processed into material by crushing them, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Let me double check. Fossil solid. Fossil is organic matter, highly compressed and hardened into a mineral state. It is useful as a construction material. I'm pretty sure I can crush this into something useful. Excuse me. All of a sudden I have a weird dry spot in my throat. Let's head up to my crusher and see what it has to say. Oh yes, fossil can be crushed into lime the same way that eggshell can, and I need lime. If I want to make steel, I need iron, I need lime, and I need carbon. So I can make lime by crushing eggshells and fossils. And in fact, fossil to lime, do that forever, thank you. And I can make iron here with this machine, and I can make carbon here with this machine. And so finding fossils brings me that much closer to having a usable amount of steel, because even with all these critters I have around, there just aren't enough eggshells. And speaking of things I have to do manually, please mop that spot, people. How are these guys doing for carbon dioxide? They're still looking fairly okay. They're going to need more soon. I've been keeping my slicksters fed with the carbon dioxide that the coal generator and the natural gas generators put off. It's been keeping them fed quite handily. But yes, I was remembering that fossils can be crushed into useful material. I just didn't quite remember which material was the useful one that I was going for, but lime. Lime is very useful to me. I want steel. The win condition that I'm trying to work my way towards in this game requires steel in a fairly large proportion. Okay, there we go. I am no longer losing salt water. Alright, back up to checking on how the whole thing with the natural gas is doing. Oh, I'm gonna need more than 5 steel in order to win. Quote unquote. Way back down here. Okay. On here, these are the win conditions that I can work for. The Great Escape is tricky in that I have to research and build all sorts of space travel stuff, as well as reaching the surface, which, rough. I thought I would try for the Home Sweet Home. The main sticking point at the moment being the build a great monument. 16 morale is going to be its own issue, honestly, but I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. In the meantime, I'm working on gathering various materials and stuff to be building the great monument, which comes in 3 pieces. To build the base, I require steel. I require 7.5 tons of steel. To build the midsection here, I require 5 more tons of steel and 2,500 kilograms of plastic. And for the head, I require 5 more tons of steel, 2,500 kilograms of diamond, which I haven't even found yet, and 2,500 kilograms of glass, which I know how to make but have not actually built the machine to do so. So, extra sources of lime besides the admittedly copious amounts of eggshells that my critters provide, because the crushing machine is very inefficient, unfortunately. What do you mean, bonk? Unfortunately, the crushing machine is inefficient when it comes to the materials. Like, from 100 kilograms of fossils, I only get 5 kilograms of lime. It's unfortunate. And eggshell I get maybe a slightly, wait a minute, sorry, from 755.3 kilograms of fossils, I get 5 kilograms of lime. My apologies, I misread. And eggshells, I get a slightly better trade-off. I get 200, from every 250 grams of eggshells, I get 5 kilograms of lime. I'm not actually sure how that works, but... But yeah, the rock crusher is horribly inefficient, but it is my only source of lime unless the game decides to grant me some out of the goodness of its non-existent heart. Okay, so this is progressing on ahead. How far have they gotten the pipes? Well, they've got nearly all the pipes and wiring built inside the base here. That's excellent. See, they are a bit faster than taking a month to do this. Ellie is very efficient. She's one of my best workers. But yeah, just getting everything built here. Oh, she didn't quite keep going far enough to put the suit on. But she went to the exact line and then turned around. The suits make it so that they can breathe where it's not breathable, and also so that they don't get overheated and stuff. And look, we've released that Paku into the ocean of polluted water I have going on down here. Let's not think about that too hard. But yeah, so it looks like we've got all of the stuff that was inside the base built now. So it's just all the stuff outside the base that needs to be built now. Which is going to take a little bit longer because only 3 people can work on it at a time at most. But progress is definitely being made. What you up to, Steve? Ah, you're delivering. Okay, excellent. That's the way that building works in this game. They deliver the materials to the place, and then they build. Once all the materials have been delivered. And the person who brings the materials is not always the person who builds. Just the way it works. Okay. That's fun. Oh, they made it up to this coal deposit. I don't know when they're going to be getting to that, but I want all of this coal. Because my hatch are not producing enough for my needs. I need enough coal to keep my generators running and to make carbon so I can make steel, so... They are not going to be able to get all of this, but I'm just going to leave it like this and see how much they can reach. You know what, I'll even be nice and give them that extra space right there. They're very quick about digging. They're faster about digging things out than anything else, honestly. Which reminds me, actually, I should really be taking out all this stuff here, because they might actually be able to jump between the ladder and the pole then. I'm not sure. I've never actually tried that. Oh, I'll find out. Okay, this one's gone dormant, so it's pretty much done for the time being. Okay, back to pumping polluted oxygen for you. Do you sense the polluted oxygen? Probably not. You know what, I'm just going to set you to natural gas and live with the consequences. Okay, what's going on down here? Has anybody had a tragedy yet? No, and indeed, they have built the roof so that they don't get attacked by the poke shells, so, you know. Can they reach this? Not quite. Great. Alright, let's put a ladder in. And put it to whatever priority everything else is. Okay, that's priority 6. Alright, priority 6 for all of that too. Wow, I'm closer to having the border built around this particular geyser here. This one is a saltwater geyser. I've not had one of these before in the game, so... Really, it's auxiliary water because I'm getting it puts out salt water, and these things, they put out clean water. They put out water that is immediately usable without having to take the salt out, unlike this guy. I love how this thing is trying to operate despite the fact that it's still too covered to do so. And by love, I'm like, what are you doing, game? But yes, the general idea is to build a desalination machine down here somewhere. And just run that cleaned water into the oxygen machine, just in case these two things can't provide enough water, which is very unlikely, which is why I'm not which is why I have not actually dug this out here yet. And now that I look at it, I should really put a ladder that goes up to that door. And yeah, dig that out, whatever it is. But yeah, this is all salt water. It's not as useful. Salt only has a single use in this game, and that's for cooking. So I don't feel all that strongly about it. I have a feeling that these two vents, which are very conveniently close together, will be producing enough. Although I'm not 100% sure about this. I worry about having a steam vent here. This is a cool steam vent, which means it pretty much directly produces water. But this I'm a little worried about. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. But I will worry about that later. Possibly after I finish worrying about whether or not I'm going to flood this wheezewort down here. These are plants that put out cold air. I'm going to use them to cool the water. But yeah, I think I'm going to need to dig this out here. Which is going to be fun because it's sand. Well, the dupes will figure it out somehow. Oh boy, that's concerning. Sedimentary rock only looks like this when it's under high pressure. It might crack and dump all the salt water down here. I will worry about that later. Well, there's not really much I can do about all this water here anyway. It would be too much effort to capture it. It's really not worth it to capture salt water. So if it gets dumped down into this stuff, it's mostly just keeping it from flooding this plant. And it looks like I have enough pockets down here that I would probably be able to release it if I need to. So if it cracks, I think I can deal with it. Oh, this poke shell is trapped by the fallen sand. Too bad, so sad. Not rescuing you, poke shell. But yeah, this is going remarkably well. Alright, back upwards. Up and 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 up. Okay, they've started working their way up this side. Nobody appears to be trapped. Oh, and the pipe and wire have been built to pretty far up while I was paying attention down below. Look at that. It's all the way up here, almost. They're making excellent progress with this. So let's have a look around the base and see if anything's gone weird. Well, the petroleum, the crude oil here needs to be mopped again. And the slicksters are starting to look a little blue in here again. So let's pump them a bit more carbon dioxide since there's lots in here. Oh, and I have more printables. Okay. But first, skills. Has anybody got a skill point? Otto has some skill points. Otto gets to learn nothing. Otto is learning nothing. Otto is perfectly good the way he is. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a vomiter, a binge eater, and a destructive with a small bladder. Oh, sorry, Frankie, you will not be joining us. Definitely not. Let's see here. The Bert is interested in digging to an extreme degree. He's germ resistant. Very tempting. He is narcoleptic, which means he falls asleep periodically. I once had a dupe die because they fell asleep in a pool of water and suffocated. And then we have Camille here, who is interested in cooking, suit wearing, and building. She has increased strength, but she cannot do doctoring errands. I am tempted by the Bert. I admittedly, the narcolepsy makes me a little nervous, but germ resistance and super interested in digging? Yeah, Bert is going to be joining us. Bert has landed! Wait, don't go anywhere, Bert. Don't go anywhere. You have a skill point that needs to be applied to digging! And you're going to get a hat. Welcome to hell, Bert. Now, this is one of my favorite parts about training the duplicants, is giving them a new hat. Because watch his face. Watch Bert's face here. They are so happy to get their new hats. They're just ecstatic. Okay, that was fun and all, but... let's see... Oh, actually, Schedule 1 is the perfect schedule for Bert because I've got my other diggers on Schedule 2 and Schedule 3. So that actually works out perfectly. Yes, that is what duplicants do. They work until they die. I have my duplicants on different schedules, partially so that I can have people constantly working. There's not like one downtime where there's nobody around, so if I have an emergency, there's always someone who is awake to take care of it. And also so that there is only one person using each of the bedrooms at a time. For various reasons, this is helpful. So, and it also means that I can get away with only having 4 bathrooms instead of having to have 12 of them eventually, so that I can only have to have 4 showers instead of having to build 12. All sorts of nice effects and all that. They won't share beds and they won't share mess tables, so he will claim one of his own when the time comes. But they will share bathrooms. And let's see here. Bert, you are going to prioritize digging because it is your only skill. Gossman, you get to go back to neutral on the attacking thing, I think. And you guys deprioritize attacking so much because you do not care for it. Yeah, there we go. That's what this game is about. It's about management. Managing everything. Keeping an eye on everything, because if you don't pay attention, horrible, horrible things will happen. Like, right now I'm going to be watching Rowan here very carefully because he could have trapped himself underwater there. It was a possibility that that would occur. That's why I went along here and checked if there was any salt, because if there was salt along here, it would eventually dissolve, and then there wouldn't be a floor piece there. I assure you, I look very appropriately concerned. You just can't tell because I don't actually have a camera. But my level of concern is extremely appropriate. I really need to emphasize this point. And you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to run a wall right up there. And that will allow me to wander in here and capture all of this stuff eventually. And it means that there's a reason why that ladder is there, darn it. Okay, how are things going up here? Well, the pipes and wires have not progressed any further. Oh, come to think of it, analyze that, thank you. But yes, this is not looking half bad. Oh, and materials are being delivered for all of the mechanic things going on up there. Excellent. See, that's why I've got the fireman poles in, because it means that they can go down so fast. They can exit these zones so quickly. Look at how fast he went. Okay, so what do we have going on here? Oh, right. That one guy, I taught him ranching, and then I didn't set his priorities. Where are you? We're going to have you sort of prioritize ranching. You'll get better at it, Ren, I promise. But yes. Oh, and this is looking good again, so let's turn that off. I have these on manual switches because honestly the dupes take too long to turn machines on and off. So machines that I want on and off more often, I put manual switches on like these, so that I can do it myself, because the dupes get to it when they get to it, and sometimes that takes quite some time. Oh, and look at that! My polluted water in the tanks problem has taken care of itself. Oh, yeah. Has taken care of itself. Look away. So now all I have to worry about is whatever polluted water is still left in the pipes. And this one looks fine. This one is still going to be a problem because this sink is hardly ever used. And because this sink is hardly ever used, that polluted water is going to be in there for ages. This will work its way out pretty fast because these sinks are used really often. So my polluted water in the clean water problem has nearly fixed itself. Itself, I say. I've been having an issue with the last several. I've been having an issue lately with clean water getting mixed in with my polluted water, which I absolutely do not want, and polluted water getting mixed in with my clean water, which I equally do not want. And it's just a continuing problem for me. Where did this water come from? Where the heck did that come from? And you know what? Clean up that too. I don't actually have a sink around here. I don't want them walking through polluted water to go back into the base. That's a good way to get germs everywhere. This is a view that I hardly ever use, so where the heck is it? Yeah, there it is. All of these little specks are germs. And all of the germs can possibly get my dupes sick. Thankfully, mostly just with slime lung, which is not a very debilitating disease. It used to be in older versions of the game, but yeah, you see, this bedroom is actually infested with the stuff, which is bad. So actually, I'm gonna set up a disinfect for everything in here, please. I did set up a disinfect there, right? I didn't? Why can I not set up a disinfect for that? See, I almost never do this, so... Okay, turn that off. Then say do it. Nope. Nope. Okay, I don't understand. But yeah, that's... Germs are a constant ongoing issue. Slime Nung is not terribly debilitating, but it does make the dupes use up a bit more oxygen while they have it, so it's a little bit of a problem. But it's also why I have this, like, you set up bathrooms with sinks, because as you can see, all of the toilets here, the lavatories, are infested with food poisoning. But they wash their hands at the sink, and then they don't carry food poisoning out into the rest of the base. And see, this particular room is full of floral scent, which reminds me that I have a dupe who is allergic, who I maybe should move his mess table. Let's take a moment here. I've done a lot, so let's save. And now, where is my dupe list? Let's just use skills to find them. Except that doesn't actually help. Schedule? No, that doesn't let me select them either. Well, this is not helping. Am I gonna have to find them all manually? Okay, Steve. Steve is irritable bowel, mole hands, vomiter, and a balloon artist, but not allergic. Bert is narcoleptic, germ-resistant binge eater, and a sticker bomber. Turner is a slow learner, a twinkle toes, a binge eater, and a sparkle streaker. And where is everyone who is not these three? Lordy, I have 11. I have 11 minus 3 people to find. Okay, here's Ellie. Ellie has trypophobia, is a quick learner with diver's lungs, who is oh, I do have a destructive person. Dang, I did not remember, and a sticker bomber. Ellie, you're one of my best. How could you be destructive? Okay, continuing onwards. Where is anybody else? Is anybody down here? Oh boy. We have some pressure issues down here. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing quite a few pressure issues down here. I'm not sure what's causing them, but I feel inclined to blame the geyser. I don't actually know how to bleed off the pressure from a geyser. Moving along, where is everybody? Oh, here's Rowan and Hassan. All right. That's the airlock. I want Rowan. Thank you. Okay, Rowan is biohazardous, a grease monkey, a binge eater, and a sticker bomber. Hassan is a slow learner, mole hands, an ugly crier, and a sparkle streaker. Who haven't I looked at yet? Oh, Devon. Devon is squeamish, a twinkle toes, a binge eater, and super productive. I swear there's gotta be somebody I haven't looked at yet. Harold! Harold has gastrophobia, is a grease monkey, a binge eater, and a balloon artist. Maybe I don't have an allergic person after all? Oh wait, I hadn't checked Ren. Ren! Ren is a slow learner with shriveled taste buds, a vomiter, and a balloon artist. He's also whistling for the hatch. Is that not adorable? That is adorable. Is that everybody that I've looked at now? Is there anybody around who has wandered off somewhere that I missed? Anybody over here? I really hope not. Oh wait, is there anybody over in that coal deposit? Where was that coal deposit? It was up here somewhere. Nope, nobody in the coal deposit. Oh, they almost reached all of it. Nice. Okay, if I put a ladder up to here, they will be able to reach all of it. Yeah, I think I looked at everybody. I guess I don't have anyone who's allergic. Well, that's good. But still, actually, while I'm out here, this is a really easy way to find slime deposits if you are specifically looking for slime. If you see like something that is nominally dirt, but it's full of disease, that's slime. But yeah, the tank is full of food poisoning, which is not surprising since most of it is toilet water. This whole area is full of slime lung because I have this slime exposed over here. You tend to get food poisoning in water more than slime lung for some reason, but that's a lot of slime up there when the time comes that I feel like I need more slime. But yeah, the interior of my base is not actually looking as bad as I thought it might. Although this one storage bin is... something's going on here. What have I got stored in here that could possibly be causing that? Let's see. Oh, there's something organic stored in here. What is it? No, that's algae. That's clean. I don't actually know. How odd. Can I disinfect that? Apparently I can. It's filthy, so... It's filthy, so I'm glad I could. But yeah, things are looking a lot better here than I thought they would, honestly. Especially this area. I'm very pleased about how this area looks. Barely a speckle anywhere. Glorious. Oh, I have a baby puffed. Look at the baby. This is what the adults look like. Charming, aren't they? And where'd she go? This is what the baby looked like. But yeah, the adults are, yeah, that's a look they got going on. And I am out of algae again. Okay, I think it's time to put the second slime processor into operation because I have 31 kilograms of slime. So, enable that building. Please and thank you. They'll get to that when they get to that. I've got lots of slime. I just need to process it into algae. That's what I need to do. So apparently that's what happens when you put polluted water into the oxygenators. They just spit it out onto the floor. Unfortunate. Is that sending any polluted air into my suits? Please tell me no. No, it is not. Excellent. I don't know where it's sending polluted air if it encounters any, but that's not actually causing a problem yet. This blue is all lovely clean air, which is going to my suits to keep my dupes alive. Now I have 3 baby puffed. Look at that. They're going to be sucking up so much polluted air and making me so much slime. Ah, there goes the second machine. Perfect. But yes, I keep this area full of polluted air specifically for the puffs. But maybe I should gather some more material. I think I can probably hollow out this section without too much difficulty. I've already gotten started on it. So if I have a ladder that goes down to here and across here, 1, 2, 3, 4, across here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bridges I'll cross when I come to them. Actually, you know what? Let's just have that go all the way down. And that can go across to there. And that goes across there. And hopefully this will work. And all of this will become resources for the great machine. And let's just make things convenient. Let's extend this fire pole right down to the bottom. Yeah, they'll get to that when they get to it. In the meantime, what's going on up here? Ooh, looking good. Oh, that's perfect. They've already plugged in the automation wires so the pump isn't trying to turn on. Yep, they've got all of the pipe built. And it looks like all of the wiring as well. Just need to finish this bit. Alright, that's looking good. It is unlikely that they will manage to hurt themselves building that sensor, so let's go and check the depths. How are things going down here? Nobody trapped here currently. Oh, they've almost got this section mocked up. That's excellent. This water level is dropping. That is good. That is what I was setting up to do. This one's dropping. This one's rising. Everything's going as I planned currently. This didn't go as planned, but I'm just not going to think. I'm going to try very hard not to think about that hard. I'm going to clean up some more sploot. Soon my natural gas generators will be running again. Because once they have this sensor built, I can set it to natural gas, and then whenever it senses natural gas, which it definitely will, it will cause the gas pump to start up, and it will send all of this lovely orange, which is natural gas, down into my base where it will power my generators. And you know what? Just gonna turn up the priority on that just a little, so they'll get to it faster. Now, I was thinking that possibly over here... Oh, I uncovered this too much. Darn it. Well, that is a problem. I will worry about at some other point. It's going to take a really long time for the carbon dioxide to build up enough to be an actual problem. This I was hoping to to leave just covered enough that it wouldn't activate, but it appears to have activated anyway, and is now producing lots and lots of carbon dioxide that I have absolutely no use for. Unfortunate. But it's going to take a long time for the carbon dioxide to fill all the way up to here to be getting over here to drop down this way. And it'll still be dropping kind of past my base. But that's why I have an airlock system built up. Why is there polluted water everywhere? Where did this come from? How is there even water there? Okay, setting aside mysteries that make me angry, let's turn on the carbon dioxide for the slicksters again. And just as they clean up one mess, that one makes another one. Slicksters live such a long time. I'm going to be doing this forever. Okay. The hatch are overcrowded and glum, but they're not hungry. I've actually got an automated system set up here. I have an auto sweeper set up to suck up all of the coal that gets pooped out in here and shift it up here and drop it by these bins, which are my coal storage bins. Conveniently close to my coal generators. I didn't really allow room to have the hatch farm any closer to the generators. So having the automated system to deliver it just helps. It just really helps. Alright, and what is going on? Whoop! What is going on over here? The metal refinery does not have a job. I have a lot of copper. Let's process some iron ore. And heck, while I have surplus coal, let's make some carbon. I can spare about that much coal, I think. Steel will someday be mine. And more petroleum coal. Well, not petroleum. Petroleum is its processed form. Okay, what are we doing up here? Do we have the sensor up here yet? We do! All right. Set that to natural gas. And there goes the pump. And there goes the natural gas. Oh, beautiful. Soon! Soon! Yes, excellent. This is the problem with having a long pipe, though. It's going to take a while to reach the base. And a circuit is overloading somewhere. Very nice. Look at it go. Look at the natural gas compared to the oxygen here. This is gonna make the oxygen feel like get a minority complex. Is that the right word? Do I care enough to actually care? Not really. It is a lot of gas. And there it goes into the natural gas generators. And those will see how their the green bar is all the way full up. That means that they're full of gas and running, and they'll fill up these batteries, and life will be good, and I can get back to building the self-powering oxygen machine now. This continues to worry me, but they have actually finished containing this now. However, something just below those generators... Oh, that's probably the overheat damage. Yeah. Yeah, the coal generator's too warm. That's taking care of the problem, though. The main problem here is that because I built the generators in these little tiny insulated rooms, they get kind of hot. But Well, they're getting hot. The rest of the base is not. But yeah, possibly I should have built their box bigger. But I didn't. And now it's too late. There's no way to expand this box at this point. Not without, like, building the generators again somewhere else and then deconstructing these ones. And I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, skills. Has anybody earned a skill point who's actually allowed to learn something? And the answer is that Gossman has. Oh, but it's going to tip her over into being stressed out. I'm sorry, Gossman, you're going to have to wait. Okay. We have room for one more dupe. Preferably, I want one who is nocturnal. But, let's see, we have a binge eater and 2 vomiters here. The Lyra is interested in supplying and suit wearing. Has diver's lungs, which is great, and a bottomless stomach, which is so-so. Like, I mean, I have a constant large food supply going on at this point. So that would not be horrible, it's just not great. We have an Ada whose interest is in cooking, and only cooking, has increased science, and has an increased air consumption rate because she's a mouth breather. And we have a Catalina who apparently is very excited today, who is interested in building, cooking, and supplying, has increased machinery, but is narcoleptic and snores. Now, snoring is not an issue in my base, but I don't want more than one narcoleptic. So, I guess I'm taking the blossom seed. I haven't actually been using them much, but I could use them to raise morale around the base a bit. The dupes get happy if they run by plants. Or, like, I have plants in the mess halls because they make dupes happy. Let's see here. The better the decor is, the higher the duplicant's morale is. So you see all these green rooms are rooms that make them happy to be in. Which is hilarious considering the hospital over here, but be that as it may. But as one can also see, there are many areas of my base which are... They don't make the dupes very happy to be there. So, you know, maybe I could make the dupes happier by scattering some plants around here and there. I mean, they'll have to look after the plants, but once again, they get a little stressed out if they have nothing to do. So, like, putting a potted plant here, where they run through a lot. Putting one here, where they run through a lot. Putting one here, or here. There's not really room to put one around here, unfortunately. But maybe if I put one here, they'll be running past it a lot. But I don't think I have the room without rebuilding a bunch of stuff. I don't really feel like rebuilding a bunch of stuff. But yeah. Like, let's see. Oh no, wait. Furniture. I want... flower pot. I want a flower pot. Let's see, 1, 2... Yeah, if I put one here, there's still room for a transformer. This hallway might be a little hot for a plant, but we'll find out. So, one there. Let's see, where else? One here, because that amuses me. And, actually, can I actually put crown molding over? No, I cannot. I can only put it in some places. That's a pity. I'm gonna put in as much as I can there, just because. Because they spend a lot of time in this room, and they are very... This is a very sad room, apparently. And apparently I can't put a corner piece there, so... I am gonna put a flower pot in this room. Right here, because here is where the dupes spend the most time. And where else is it kind of red where I have space to put one of these down that's inside the base? Not enough room. Oh, sure, this is enough room, and they go by here all the time. You know what? I'm gonna put one here as well. Because, once again, they go by it all the time. Alright. They'll get to building that when they build that. I have lots of seeds. Not much I can do about this without taking out storage bins, and I am not willing to do that. But I can make sure that they build themselves a bunch of plant pots to make themselves happier. That's odd. I only have 11 dupes. Why do all 12 beds show use? That's an unassigned cot. It should be grayed out. That's weird. I'm not going to think too hard about it. Or at least I'm going to try not to think too hard about it. Okay. What I was doing before. I was pausing and priority. Priority 7 on all of this construction going on down here. These pipes are the more important things to get constructed at this point. I can do nothing without the pipes. Okay. And there we go. Can I actually analyze this? I can. And I need to build my jumpstart wire, which is going to be fun because I already have the wire running down here for these, and I don't want to be using that wire, I don't think. Or do I? No, I really want it to be on its own circuit. This is going to be drawing a lot of power to start with, and I don't want to overload any of my existing things. So, yeah, you know what I want? I want another transformer around here somewhere. Not there. I think maybe I want it up here. That would seem to be the most convenient. It's gonna mean running a lot of wire, but it's better than the alternative. Okay, power transformer. Let's flip that sucker around. I'm going to put it right over the existing one here. And this piece of floor gets deconstructed. Oh good, there are no wires running through that bit. Good, 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 good. And just because I am weirdly obsessive about doing this sort of thing, it's going to get its own tiny little chamber. I am fully aware of how weird this is. No one needs to tell me. But it also means that that door gets moved over here? Question mark? No, wait, why is all this area outside the base? Okay, plan B. Tile. And deconstruct. Oh no, wait, cancel that. Oh wait, no, deconstruct that. And deconstruct that. And cancel that entirely. And I've blocked off access to this area entirely, but that is now the inside of the base? Yeah, you know what? Cancel that build. Put in an airlock. Cancel that. Deconstruct that. Cancel that. And then I can put an airlock right in here. And then that will be access to the so-called outside. And once I have that, I'll just build a tunnel over to here. And that will take care of that issue. because I will want to collect all this copper and coal at some point. I just haven't yet, because I've been working on the stuff that's over here instead. But yeah. We're shifting the exterior walls of the base. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, this is part of why I created the schedule here. Gossman here snores. But because nobody else in her bedroom sleeps at the same time as she does, she disturbs no one. So I didn't have to go and build her own bedchamber or anything like that. It's the joy of schedules. Steve, what have you caught? Oh, there is low oxygen in this room. That's the problem, because I'm out of algae again. Okay, algae. Is anything that I was getting over here just pure algae? Clay, slime. Well, that's a little patch of algae there. Alright. Okay, that patch gets prioritized, and the way to get to that patch gets a prioritize. And you know what, we're gonna clear out this wall bit here. I know that's an unreachable build, I'm working on it. That's going to be really weird for everyone involved, but... And that's high priority, thank you. Do I have any really big patches of algae around anywhere? Not any really big ones, no. Well, there's this over here. As long as I'm careful about not breaking into this chlorine, I can gather quite a bit from there. Okay. This ladder... all of this... all of that, all of that, and all of this. Like that. And we're just going to grab the slime from around here too. And that is mostly 3 high, isn't it? Let's just run a ladder like... Oh, very cute. Oh, because of that reed. Problems I will consider when I get to them. And... let's just... la-da-da-da-da. Emergencies. Emergencies. And I have a lot of stuff set to 9 now, which is a little bit of a problem, but hopefully the dupes will deal with it in their best dupe fashion. Cancel this box. Yeah, there. I want the pole. I don't want the ladder. Okay, they decided to take care of this stuff up here first for some reason. As long as it results in some algae, I'm not going to complain. There we go! 400, 600, 700, 800 kilograms of gatherable algae. And that just fell into a hole. I'm going to have to deal with getting at the stuff in the hole. It's a whole thing. Oh, you know what? Fastest way. Ta-da! Because they dig so much faster than they build. There we go. We've got over 2,000 kilograms of algae available now, and Bert has gone... Bert is the narcoleptic one, remember. And Rowan has gotten himself stuck. Rowan is stuck. Rowan is stuck standing on top of a priority 9, though. So I have some vague amount of hope that he will be unstuck soon. Admittedly, Bert is completely ignoring him in order to take care of these digging tasks. See, this is why I say the dupes are stupid. Because the dupes are incredibly stupid. Well, and priority... Okay, folks, take care of the fool. I can see exactly what happened here. He was just digging and digging and digging. And he dug so much that he dug away his way of getting out of there. Why he's not digging out what's below him, I do not know. But he's nearly got his exit now. There we go. He's got his exit. I can make this a priority 7 once more. The dupes are ridiculous little beings. But yeah, nobody's going to get stuck on that little rock island anymore. Okay, we've got enough algae to continue breathing once more. So people will stop having to hold their breaths while they sleep. You guys are supposed to be producing enough slime that I wouldn't have to worry about this. Why do I have 5 of you? Who is suffocating? Hassan? Hassan, how? How, Hassan? Hassan, seriously, how? He's going to die before I can get him out of there. That's the problem that I'm looking at right now. Because that is the fastest way to get to him. And I don't know if they'll jump across and down at the same time. Let's find out. Hey guys, remember that emergency that we just had? Here's another one. Okay. Oh yes, they will. They will jump and climb at the same time. Okay. I realize how Hassan got there, but... And he's dead. And he's dead. I knew when I saw him there and how much health he had left that they would not reach him in time. He died just as they reached him, too. That's the worst part. That's another one of my diggers gone. Okay. That is very upsetting. Why do my diggers keep dying? Now everybody's going to be stressed out and depressed. Not necessarily in that order. I'm trying to load up the death tracker here now, but it's actually been a while since it's been asked to do anything, and it's like, are you sure you wanted to click on that? Do you really want to change that number? And no, I don't actually want to change that number, but Hassan is a fool, and I didn't pay attention to him while I was rescuing Rowan. And that is what has happened. So now the death count for this evening is +1 Hassan. And somebody else gets a cool vest. Who gets the dead guy's clothes? Hassan's still on the list. Why is Hassan still on the list? He's dead. Rowan gets the cool vest. Well, that was distinctly unfun. Not something that I expected from asking someone to build a wall. There was no reason why he would have to stand on this side of the wall to build it, but he did. Oh no, that's no good at all. That's no good at all. Okay, deconstruct that one and build one there. Okay, now for the next question. You know what, deconstruct that as well. I don't need it anymore. Where to put Hassan's gravestone? Should I put it up in this little room with rubies? Who was my previous digger who died? Honestly, why not? I am not using this room for anything. Let's put it in there. One tasteful memorial built out of whatever material I have the most of. Granite. Right there. They'll get to that when they get to that, and then they will carry his corpse to it, and then they'll all take turns going and crying on it, and it will all be a thing. Yep, Rowan's got a cool vest now. He's really happy. I bet it still had body heat, Rowan. Let's put a ladder in here. And a circuit is overloaded somewhere. Oh, that one. Okay, I don't care. This room is its own thing. It's on its own circuit with manual wheel running and everything. I don't care if the circuits in there overload. I do care if I forget to mop this up, though. And this planter pot has been built. I have a lot of mirth leaf. Let's plant a mirth leaf in there. Do I have any other plant pots that got finished while I was busy trying to keep people from dying? Let's plant some mirth leaf. We apparently need some mirth around here. Didn't I put another one around here somewhere? Yes, right there. We're going to put a mirth leaf in there. And one in there. I have a lot more mirth leaf seeds than I thought I did. All I asked for was one wall to be built. He never had to step outside to build that wall. Well, we're back down to 10. Because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Spent all my time saving Rowan and didn't notice that Hassan needed me. Okay, that's in progress. I never expected him to step outside to build that one wall. I honestly didn't. How are these pipes going? Well, there are slightly more of them than there were. That's good. And someone is scalding. Who is scalding? Why are you... Oh, Gossman. Yeah, there's a pretty good reason for you to be scalding. Yeah, I get it. I didn't know I had you doing repairs, Gossman. Yeah, that's really hot water, by the way. Okay, Gossman's not feeling great, so what I'm gonna do is, if she's eligible, she is, we're going to let her have a nice nap. She can take herself to the hospital and get some healing. Oh, and Ellie's gonna come and help her. Look at that. This actually helps her heal faster, so I'm really happy to see this. So Gossman will spend time in that bed until her bar is filled back up again. Normally I wouldn't actually send dupes to heal when they're only that hurt, But I have enough dupes that I can spare her for a little while. And there is more crude oil on the floor, of course there is. And we'll turn on the carbon dioxide fan so that the slicksters will get some more. And I think that actually here is where I'm going to take a quick break. I had saved... I have managed to pause on one of the pufflet babies making just the most incredible face. So yeah, we're here with the puffs. And I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm just going to refill my coconut water and have a stretch and a bio break and maybe a little ad break. And I will be back in just a few minutes.